Imagine paying $1,000 every single day for a vacation at sea. $1,000 per person, per day. That is what luxury cruising costs. We are talking about the kind of money that could buy you a small used car, just for 1 week floating on the ocean. Now here is the question that keeps wealthy travelers up at night. Is the food actually worth it? Because when you are spending that much money, you expect every single meal to be absolutely perfect. You expect chefs who have trained at the finest restaurants in the world. You expect ingredients so fresh, they practically jumped onto your plate that morning. You expect the kind of dining experience that makes you close your eyes, take a deep breath, and wonder if you have ever truly tasted food before this moment. But here is what the cruise brochures will never tell you. Not all luxury cruise lines deliver the same quality. Some of them have kitchens that would make a Michelin-starred chef proud, and others, well, let us just say that some passengers have compared their expensive dinners to what you might get at a nice hotel restaurant on land, which is fine, but not exactly what you dreamed about when you handed over your credit card. Today, I am going to rank the major luxury cruise lines from worst to best when it comes to food quality. And this is not the regular cruise line ranking you have seen before. This is specifically about the luxury market, where tickets start at around $500 per person per day and go up from there. These rankings come from professional food critics, travel industry awards, and thousands of real passenger reviews from people who have actually eaten their way across the ocean on these floating palaces. Let me be clear about something before we start. Even the worst luxury cruise line on this list still serves better food than most regular cruise ships. We are comparing excellent to extraordinary here. But when you are paying luxury prices, you deserve to know which companies actually deliver luxury food. Let us begin. Coming in at the bottom of our luxury rankings, and this might surprise some people, is Regent 7 Seas Cruises. Now wait, before you click away, let me explain. Regent calls itself the most all-inclusive cruise line in the world. Everything is included: flights, hotels before your cruise, unlimited shore excursions, all the drinks you want. On paper, it sounds absolutely perfect. But here is the problem. Many cruise food experts have noticed something troubling over the past few years. The food at Regent has become predictable, safe, even, dare I say it, bland. The main dining room, called Compass Rose, gets repeated complaints from passengers who expected extraordinary and received merely adequate. Menus that do not change enough throughout the voyage. Dishes that look beautiful, but taste like they were designed not to offend anyone, rather than to excite anyone. Travel experts who have compared Regent to other luxury lines describe a troubling pattern. Passengers moving up from mainstream cruise lines often think Regent's food is wonderful, but passengers who have experienced Seabourn or Silversea, they notice the difference immediately. Now, Regent does have bright spots. Their steakhouse called Prime 7 serves USDA prime beef that has been aged for 28 days. And passengers rave about cuts like the bone-in ribeye and the slow-roasted prime rib. The foie gras sliders with rhubarb chutney are genuinely creative and delicious. But when you are paying among the highest prices in the entire cruise industry, good is not good enough. Passengers who have sailed on other luxury lines consistently report that Regent's food does not quite reach the same heights. Regent lands at the bottom of our luxury ranking, not because the food is bad, but because at these prices, passengers expect mind-blowing, and they often get just pleasant. Moving up, we have Silversea Cruises. Silversea is owned by Royal Caribbean now, and that partnership has brought new money and new energy to the brand. Their ships are beautiful, their itineraries reach incredible destinations, and their service is genuinely excellent. The food on Silversea is consistently good. The main dining room offers menus that change nightly with a chef's special each day. The specialty restaurants cover Italian, Asian, and more. The ingredients are high quality, and the presentations are elegant. Silversea attracts what some people call economic royalty. These are passengers who expect champagne and caviar as standard, and Silversea delivers. The atmosphere is dressy and sophisticated. The wine selections are carefully curated. But, and this is a significant but, some of Silversea's ships have a problem. On certain vessels, some restaurants share the same kitchen on different decks. This means your beautiful plate of food has to travel between floors before it reaches your table. What happens when food travels? It arrives a little less hot, a little less fresh, a little less perfect. Passengers also report that service in the dining rooms can be inconsistent, with some meals running smoothly and others feeling rushed or disorganized during peak times. Silversea serves wonderful food that would impress almost anyone. But in the ultra-competitive luxury market, small imperfections matter more. The best luxury cruise lines have figured out how to eliminate these tiny problems. And Silversea has not quite reached that level of perfection. Now we enter the middle tier, where things start getting seriously impressive. Seabourn Cruise Line comes next. Seabourn used to have a legendary partnership with Thomas Keller, one of the most celebrated chefs in America. That relationship ended in 2024, and some passengers worried that the food would suffer. But here is what actually happened. Seabourn replaced The Grill, their signature Thomas Keller restaurant, with 2 new venues. Solace offers Mediterranean fine dining. Earth and Ocean serves fresh seafood in a beautiful outdoor setting. And you know what? Passengers are loving it. Seabourn takes a global approach to their menus. Instead of focusing on one cuisine, they pull inspiration from everywhere the ship travels. Sailing through Asia, the menus feature Asian flavors. Cruising the Mediterranean, expect Greek and Italian influences. This destination-driven philosophy means your food always feels connected to your journey. The complimentary caviar is famous among luxury cruise enthusiasts. Your sweet steward will draw you a scented bath with your choice of aromatic oils and deliver perfectly chilled caviar whenever you request it. This is not a special occasion thing. This is an anytime you want thing. Because at this level of luxury, caviar is not a splurge. It is simply a snack. The main restaurants serve dishes that would earn serious praise at upscale restaurants on land. The retro chic steakhouse features prime beef and lobster thermidor prepared to perfection. Fine wines and house champagne flow freely throughout the ship, included in your fare, making socializing easy and elegant. Where Seabourn truly shines is in the details. The bread is always fresh. The wine list is exceptional. The service flows smoothly without ever feeling rushed. Seabourn earns its spot in the middle of our luxury ranking because they deliver consistent excellence across every meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, no major complaints, just reliably wonderful food. Getting into the top tier now, Viking Ocean Cruises. Some people might argue that Viking is not a traditional luxury cruise line. They do not have butler service in every cabin. They do not include absolutely everything in the fare like some competitors. But US News and World Report just named Viking the #1 luxury cruise line for dining in their 2026 rankings. That is a big deal. So what makes Viking's food so special? It starts with their philosophy. Viking believes that food should connect you to the places you visit. When you sail through Norway, the menus feature Norwegian dishes. When you explore the Mediterranean, you taste the Mediterranean. Manfredi's is their Italian specialty restaurant, and it is included in your fare at no extra charge. The house-made pasta, the osso buco, the bistecca, passengers go back multiple times because the food is genuinely that good. The kitchen table is a unique experience where a small group of guests shops for local ingredients in port, then returns to the ship to cook alongside professional chefs. It is educational and delicious, and completely different from anything else at sea. The World Cafe might sound like a simple buffet, but Viking elevates it with destination-inspired dishes and quality ingredients that surprise passengers expecting typical cruise ship food. Viking ranks high because they deliver exceptional food quality, while also providing genuine value. Every meal feels thoughtful and connected to your journey, not just fuel to keep you going until the next port. Now we are entering truly elite territory. Explora Journeys comes next. And this is the cruise line that everyone in the industry is watching. Explora is brand new, launched in 2023 as the luxury brand from MSC Group. Their ships are stunning, their suites are enormous, and their food is absolutely outstanding. Here is what makes Explora different. They completely threw away the traditional cruise dining model. There is no main dining room. Instead, you have 6 different restaurant-style venues, and 5 of them are included in your fare. Med Yacht Club serves Mediterranean cuisine. Fil Rouge offers French fine dining. Sakura brings you authentic Pan-Asian flavors. Marble & Co. is a European steakhouse. And the Emporium Marketplace is not your typical buffet. It is more like an upscale food hall where everything is prepared fresh to order. The quality across all these venues is remarkable. One food critic wrote that Explora's food quality matches or even exceeds what you find at specialty restaurants on other luxury lines, and most of it is included. Here is something important to understand. The Emporium Marketplace is technically a buffet, but calling it that does not do it justice. There is no self-service line. Every dish is prepared fresh to order by attentive staff. Sushi chefs slice fresh fish right in front of you. Pizza makers toss dough made from 3 specialty flours. Pasta cooks prepare your exact noodle and sauce combination while you watch. It is more like an upscale food hall in a trendy city than anything you have ever seen on a cruise ship. The lobster pad Thai at Sakura is legendary. The signature chocolate brownies at Marble & Company have passengers dreaming about them long after they return home. The sushi rivals high-end restaurants in Tokyo or New York. The crushed fingerling potatoes with Normandy butter at the steakhouse. Sounds simple, tastes divine. For special occasions, Anthology offers a 7-course Italian tasting menu at around €190 per person with wine pairings. It is expensive even by luxury standards, but passengers who have tried it call it the best meal they have ever eaten at sea. Explora ranks this high because they have reimagined what cruise dining can be, and they are executing that vision at an incredibly high level. At number 2, Seabourn Yacht Club. Seabourn is tiny. Their yachts carry just 112 guests. They call it yachting, not cruising, and that distinction matters. Forbes Travel Guide just named Seabourn the highest-rated restaurant at sea. Think about that for a moment. Out of every cruise ship floating on every ocean, Seabourn's restaurant earned the top spot. Why? Because when you have fewer than 120 people to feed, you can focus on perfection. Think about what that means. A typical luxury cruise ship feeds 500 to 900 guests at dinner. Seabourn feeds around 100. Their chefs can give every single plate the attention it deserves. Nothing is mass-produced. Nothing sits under heat lamps. Everything is crafted individually, just for you. Every dish is prepared à la minute, which means made fresh just for you, exactly when you order it. Even the ice cream is made on board from scratch. The chefs source local ingredients at each port. In the Caribbean, expect the freshest seafood imaginable. In the Mediterranean, the produce comes straight from local markets that morning. On select cruises, the chefs actually take guests shopping with them, showing you exactly where your dinner comes from. Dining on Seabourn is an experience unlike anything else at sea. Almost every meal can be enjoyed outdoors on deck, with the ocean breeze and the sound of waves as your background music. Imagine eating a 5-course dinner under the stars, with dolphins occasionally swimming past, and a glass of champagne always within reach. Seabourn also pioneered something called the raw food menu. Entirely vegan dishes prepared with organic ingredients that are never heated above 118 degrees. It is the largest plant-based menu at sea, and it is genuinely delicious even if you are not vegan. Seabourn ranks at number 2 because they have achieved something that seems impossible. Perfection at scale. even if that scale is tiny. And finally, at number 1, the absolute best luxury cruise line for food quality. Hapag-Lloyd Cruises. You may not have heard of them. They are a German cruise line that does not advertise much in America. Their ships primarily cater to German-speaking passengers. But in the world of cruise food, Hapag-Lloyd is the gold standard that everyone else is trying to reach. The Berlitz Cruise Guide has ranked Hapag-Lloyd's Europa as the best cruise ship in the world. Not just for food, for everything, for more than 2 decades in a row. No other ship has ever achieved their famous 5-star plus rating. So what makes their food so extraordinary? It starts with money. Hapag-Lloyd spends more per guest per day on food than any other cruise line. When you have an unlimited budget for ingredients, you can buy the absolute best of everything. Their flagship Europa recently hosted an event called Europa's Beste, where they brought together chefs with a combined 17 Michelin stars to cook on the ship. 17 Michelin stars on one cruise ship for one event. That tells you everything about their culinary ambition. 3 Michelin star chef Kevin Failing oversees their restaurant called The Globe and actually joins selected cruises throughout the year to cook personally for guests. His philosophy? Magic begins when you say a lot with a little. His dishes are refined, elegant, and absolutely unforgettable. The main dining room changes its menu every single night. Not just a few items, the entire menu. The specialty restaurants include everything from Japanese to French to a dedicated caviar bar called Pearls. Even the buffet, which Hapag-Lloyd calls the best buffet at sea, uses ingredients that other cruise lines reserve only for their finest specialty restaurants. In 2025, Hapag-Lloyd introduced something revolutionary. They added 15 vegetarian caviar dishes using a technique called spherification, where plant-based ingredients are transformed into tiny pearls that look and feel exactly like traditional caviar. It is creative, sustainable, and absolutely delicious. Dinner on the Europa is a 2 to 3 hour experience. There is no rush, no pressure. Just course after course of extraordinary food, prepared by chefs who trained at the finest restaurants in Europe, served by staff who anticipate your every need before you even know you have one. Hapag-Lloyd earns the number 1 spot because they have achieved what every other luxury cruise line dreams about: truly flawless dining that rivals the greatest restaurants on land. So there you have it. The complete ranking of luxury cruise lines for food quality. At the bottom, Regent 7 Seas and Silversea, which serve very good food that does not quite reach the extraordinary heights their prices promise. In the middle, Seabourn and Viking, delivering consistent excellence with creative menus that connect you to your destinations. Near the top, Explora Journeys and Sea Dream Yacht Club, reimagining what cruise dining can be with innovative approaches and obsessive attention to quality. And at the very peak, Hapag-Lloyd, proving that cruise ship food can genuinely compete with the finest restaurants anywhere in the world. Which luxury cruise line is right for you? If food is absolutely everything and budget is not a concern, book Hapag-Lloyd and prepare to have your culinary world changed forever. If you want an intimate yacht experience where every meal feels like a private dinner party, Sea Dream will exceed your expectations. If you are curious about the future of luxury cruising and want to experience something genuinely new, Explora Journeys is setting the standard that others will follow. And if you want exceptional food combined with enriching cultural experiences, Viking delivers remarkable value at the luxury level. One thing is certain: when you sail on any of these luxury lines, you will never look at cruise food the same way again. The only question is, how much are perfect meals worth to you? Choose wisely. Your taste buds and your wallet will thank you.